Hello. In this video, I'll talk about data formats, especially JSON files. I know there are lots of online courses talking about Python and how we can use JSON files. What's important in my video that why we need JSONs. Once you have data, you might want to store it. It's important to think about how the data will be used in the future so that the format you use will make sense. Here are some of questions you might want to consider. Where do I store my data so that it's cheap and still fast to access? How do I store complex models so that they can be loaded and run correctly on different hardware? The process of converting a data structure or object state into a format that can be stored or transmitted is data serialization. There are many data serialization formats. When considering a format to work with, you might want to consider different characteristics such as human readability, access patterns, and whether it's based on text or binary. Here are some data formats and where we can use it. For example, JSON, it's text-based and it's human readable. Example of use case, you can use it everywhere, because we need to store the customer IDs and the all information of the customer or the patient. So it's everywhere. The most important point about JSON that you can save intermediate results, which is the checking points. When I was working with the large language models, I wanted to see the output of the model. So how can I see these outputs to analyze the data? One solution is using JSON files. However, because JSON is everywhere, there are some downsides of using JSON. Once you have committed the data in your JSON files to a schema, it's pretty painful to go back to change the schema. JSON files are text files, which means they take up a lot of space. This is an example of using JSON to analyze the data. I want to see the IDs in one JSON file and if these IDs in the other JSON file. I will not explain this code. You can find it on my GitHub repo. The main point is whenever you are working with large language models or any machine learning tools, you need to store the data. And JSON is one way to read and analyze the data and use it for future analysis. Thank you.